Hello, hello, hello. What's going on, everybody? What's going on? What's going on? What's going on? First, Rafiki's in the house. Brandon, Master the Chin. What's going on? Nice finish today. Third is the word. What's going on, man? What's going on? All right, so we made a video earlier today, okay? For folks that don't know this, I recommend you watch it first because we go ahead and we are literally making the video as the stock market, as Clover's falling, right? So we were saying, hey, this could be a fire sale, right? But we were confident in our ability to say, you know what, this is going to be short-term lived, that this is not going to be a disastrous fall like what Clover investors are used to. One is we know that the Federal Reserve is going to be cutting interest rates because one of the Fed spokesmen said earlier, I think it was yesterday, they said that I have not been given data otherwise to suggest that we're going to be stopping the decrease of the federal funds rate, okay? Because inflation is going down. So, but this doesn't make sense because if you look at the U.S. Treasuries, the 10-year, they're going up, which has had a very strong decrease in unprofitable growth stocks. But we know that the Feds are not going to increase the 10-year. So we know that this is wrong. We know that this is market manipulation at its finest. If you don't believe me, go to Jim Cramer market manipulation video, and you'll basically see it from like 15, 20 years ago, and you'll be able to see what I'm talking about regarding the market manipulation, okay? It's just, you just need a couple of $1 million to just basically mess up the markets. And, unfortunately, retail investors that don't know much, they unfortunately sell out and they get shaken out. In fact, someone commented, said, we like to call this back in my day, shaking the tree. So I kind of like that analogy. So I appreciate that. So, again, I read your guys' comments. Sometimes it takes me some time, but I read you guys' comment. When I love your comment, it means I like it. I don't go down because if you realize I don't love the spam comments. I think those are annoying, and they're getting really, really, really crafty, these freaking spammers here, you know what I mean? So we're seeing the 10-year go down, which doesn't make sense. The 10-year go up, which doesn't make sense because we know it's going down, right? So ultimately, we're looking again. Shout out to one of our stock terminal members. They were doing the algo flow, and we saw, the gold is the stock price, right? And the green is the algo flow, and we call this a bullish divergence, meaning that the options chain and overall what institutions think where Clover is going is it's going up, while the stock price is going down. AKA institutions want you to sell because they're bullish. So they're, so institutions today bought the dip. The question is, could we have been able to see that? Well, unfortunately, no, because if we look at the dark pool data, which again, good old Rich here from our Lifetime Access group went ahead and sent in the comment, and we saw some, 2 million, almost a million, more than 250,000 buys in the dark pool market, suggesting that institutions are basically climbing on in. That's unfortunate because if you go to our algo flow, you go to for example, this website called Flow Algo. This thing, you could try it for 2 weeks for $37. And then once the 2-week trial offer ends, it goes for $100 a month. $100 a month. So you have to pay $1,200 a year just to get access to this. But with our platform, it's literally half the price, and we include more data. And on top of it, we actually have a lifetime access, which is cheaper than their monthly plan if you use a firm. So I hope that you're starting to see how this data can actually help you make money, that you're not flying in the blind. You get access to all this data that they have with, smart money transactions front and center, what institutions are coming in. You get access to that, but you're getting access at a lifetime access plan, meaning that you just pay once and it's still cheaper than the $99 a month, right? So I hope that, a lot of you guys start to realize that a lot of these people, they just joke you at making you want to spend a lot, but our platform actually is really cheap and affordable, but it actually helps you make money. It actually works, which is why today when the stock market was going, when Clover was going down, I was laughing, right? I was laughing because I had the data. I was flying in a storm, Okay. And again, this storm ain't nothing compared to the storm down to book value at 60 cents. Like this is like a little turbulent. Like, this was nothing. I was sleeping and I felt turbulence in my dream. That's pretty much what this was. But again, for folks that are newer, and haven't experienced a dip, let's per se, we were flying in the storm, but we had the GPS. We knew where we were going because we had the long-term intrinsic value calculation and we had the short-term algo flow showing us, hey, you know what? Yes, we know the stock price is going down, but guess what? Institutions are bullish. Why? Because what's going to happen in the next 2 weeks, guys? We got earnings coming up. We got a presidential election, which is looking like a Republican sweep, which is obviously net positive for equities, which is what Wall Street's, betting on. Okay. So there's a lot of great things coming in. And again, I don't like to talk about politics, but I'm just showing you what the stock market wants. The stock market is pricing a Trump win because Trump is going to decrease taxes. And ultimately, that's going to cause more money for businesses to work with, which ultimately it's going to go into more profits for us shareholders. And obviously, executives and whatnot, which, I know how some people feel about that, but ultimately the stock market's nasty, right? I mean, there's a terrorist attack and we're about to go to war. And I'm not saying there's a terrorist attack now, but if there was, God forbid, you'll see Lockheed Martin go up. I mean, this is really nasty how the market is, right? But it's important to know the realities of the market so you can make money on it. Okay. Because that's just, ultimately the goal here, right? Because we know, the world in terms of ethics, I don't know if the world really practices ethics, but what the goal is to, train you guys how to master the stock market. So that's what the title of the video is, CLOV stock rebounded, mastered the market manipulation. Algo can't beat us, right? Because we know the algo, because we have the algo flow. We are a step ahead of the game because we know what they're doing. You understand what I'm saying? We know what they're doing. Okay, that's what this stock terminal is all about. It gets you into the head of these billionaires, and they can't mess with us because we have the data. They can't mess with us. And not just that, there's people that give a lot of data, but they don't know how to use it. I've been doing this for over 10 years. I know how to use this data, right? Which is the goal of the educational platform, which is infused. The point was never to create a data platform. I just wanted to create the educational platform and say, okay, there it is. There's my contribution to retail investors. But I realized that all the freaking things we're referencing, they were all removing themselves like Morningstar. So it's like, okay, screw it. We had to create the data algorithm and data platform, and then we can go ahead and show folks. And it turns out to be a very powerful approach. It turned out to have generated multiple multimillionaires. People are making a lot of money now, right? So there it is. So let's go ahead and go over the questions here and everything. I keep picking up shares at every Feb support. Absolutely. Hey, Ken, what's going on? Not selling. Hell yeah. LACC is an old OG, one of the first OGs of the mastering there, by the way, right? So love Carbon, and I know all of you guys, right? Love catching out live. Hey, I love you, beer, right? So, yo, what's going on? Gunslinger, what's going on? Hey. We went through some shit around Easter time. Everyone was losing their mind at 300 million to 400 million market cap, right? And the BS was obvious. Exactly, right? We took advantage of it, right? So, but back then the algo flow wasn't registered because, the options chain wasn't as juicy, right? So we had to just rely on the intrinsic value calculation, which is why, not a lot of retail investors know about that. And I mean, heck, some of them don't even know about the algo flow. So yeah, take advantage for folks that want to join our platform. Take advantage of the $600 off coupon code. You can, it's in the description down below. It's Main Street. Take advantage. If you guys are interested in joining our platform, one-time payment, you can use a firm to finance it, right? For all the U.S. people in Canada, and also obviously PayPal for folks. So there it is, guys. I mean, you know what I mean? So there it is. This is very exciting. So this was just kind of a nice little way to say, yes, the stock price was dropping. Doesn't matter because it was rebounding. It went ahead and rebounded, especially up to here, 6.27%, all the way up to $3.90 in the after hours market, and then coming down to 80. So maybe tomorrow might be a green day. I mean, overall, looking at the market, it seems potentially unreliable, but Tesla surges, which is why we had Tesla here. Tesla surge after hours because where to go? Because Musk's prediction of at least 20% vehicle growth. That's going to translate into revenue growth, which then alters the intrinsic value calculation. You see how you're starting to realize the equation now through the lenses of the IVC, which ultimately goes ahead and increased the projection, and then went ahead and went up $25, and who knows, potentially may go up even higher, right? So you start, I mean, you're going to get to a point. Listen, guys, you're going to get to a point after analyzing thousands of companies. You're going to get to a point where you're going to be able to look at something, read a report, and you're going to know, okay, all right, what's you're going to say, okay, this is, and use the algo flow and all the data we have. You can say, okay, the market's wrong here, and I know it's wrong because X, Y, and Z, and you're able to take advantage. I mean, this is like literally cheap money. This is cheap money. I mean, come on. I mean, isn't this like come on? Knowing having the data, it almost feels like you're cheating. I mean, doesn't it? It almost feels like you're cheating. I mean, you feel me, guys? I mean, and the cool part is not only do you guys have the data, we have individuals that are very smart here that are just working 24/7 in our our CLOV chat is on fire, right? We have some really smart folks here, and then all the other chats we have here, really smart folks coming in, and especially be radical here, coming in with his amazing technical analysis skills, kind of showing us where could this go. Has nice date cuts, has when the rate cut's going to happen. I mean, there's a lot of great things to look forward to here, guys. You know what I mean? And this is some really good skills here, right? So it's really cool. I mean, when you create a software and utilize the intrinsic value calculation and incorporate other top softwares out there into a platform, and you empower the user, and you don't micromanage and mod like what Wall Street Bets is doing, and really just allow the user to empower themselves, then all of a sudden you start to create this community where everyone is empowered by this mission. And then all of a sudden now, these folks are teaching me about things that I was like, oh, this is great. This is really good. I mean, I didn't do this, right? I didn't do this, right? And it's just so cool because, imagine, take this beauty and multiply it in the next 5 years. Imagine what the platform is going to look like. Because I said, there's a hidden agenda when it comes to this platform, and it's not the data, it's the people. It's the people within the platform, right? It's the people that are in the platform, okay? Because they're going to offer some crazy value. Because together we represent $55.3 million of net worth. That's pretty damn good, okay? So, very, very proud of what we created here, okay? And it couldn't have been done without all of you guys, right? None of this would have happened without you guys, right? So there's that. So we did an intrinsic value calculation, and I don't think it could go to 10. I disagree with you, Titan. I don't think it'll go to $10 by the end of the year, based off of the intrinsic value calculation. I doubt that, right? Watch my last video I just created. Watch this video here, and I do an intrinsic value calculation based off of free cash flow. I don't think it's going to hit $10. You know what I mean? So that's wrong, right? And again, that's good because we have the data, we've done the analysis. Now, could it hit in the future? Yes, but again, you would have to increase free cash flow, and you would have to increase the revenue growth, right? And I'm definitely confident in Clover's ability to do that. So, speaking of which, once we get to the intrinsic values of Clover, and once we get that real value where we really know where Clover is going, because there's a lot of new revenue growth rates coming in, and they're not going to be hit until the end of the year of 2025. So there's a lot of just surprises ahead for Clover, and it's just a lot of things to look forward to. Then we have ACO potentially with the Greek guy. So there's just a lot going. It's hard to figure out the top of Clover like it is for, let's say, SoFi or Palantir, right? It's just because it's just a lot. But I will tell you, once we do figure out the top of Clover, imagine, let's say, I don't know if this is the case, but let's just say if Clover's top is $45, I think it's going to be more. I think it's going to be a lot more. But let's just add to the case of a discussion. Imagine if Clover's top is 45, and let's say it's trading at $40. Okay, dude, you know how many covered calls I can do? I can literally do covered calls, in every week. Just imagine making $500,000 a month to 600 to $1 million a month. I mean, just imagine when listen, Covered calls are sexy, right? And you know when they become sexier? When you know the value of a company, and when you know there's a strong fundamental resistance level, where you know it's like not gonna, like, you know it's not gonna cross like 10% of the time. So 90% of the time it won't get called out. And let's say if it does cross, okay, fine, I'll go up your intrinsic value a little higher, because you've seen how accurate or bullish intrinsic value cases. I mean, that thing is a solid resistance line for some stocks. But let's say it goes over. Okay, that's fine. Reverse it to a cash secured put. All right, fine. They sell out your shares. You get your cash. All right, fine. Cash secured put that thing, right? And you'll be getting some good premium on the way down. But you see the power of this? I mean, literally, it's a game. And you know why? It's a zero-sum game. It's a zero-sum game, which means that others lose while you win. And by you having access to 2.5 billion outputs, by you having access to literally multi-millionaire community, I mean, you see it. We have a multi-millionaire community here, okay? And by you having access to the intrinsic value calculation, you're ultimately outbeating and outworking the other person, right? So you see how, and this is why hedge funds win. You see what I'm saying, guys? I mean, this is literally we will all be. I mean, I'm printing cash now. I bet you imagine in the next 5 years, we are going to be printing cash. You see, a lot of people, when Zip here, when Mr. Zippy created the video, a lot of folks were like, okay, this thing's going down. Okay. All right. So then all of a sudden, people came in, and then all of a sudden they started selling. But guess what? There's a strong support line here. Okay. At around 370, right? If you don't recall, let's go ahead and pull up the support line, shall we? One moment here. Look at this. Within seconds, we can pull up the support line. I mean, look, we are driving in the driver's seat here. Okay. Look at that strong support line here. That thing is whoop, right? Look at that. So this could be a rebound. Okay. But guess what? You think these people know about this? They thought that this thing is going to go back down to freaking $2. They thought it was a pump and dump, but they don't understand about the fundamentals. You see how you see how people that just do technical analysis are blinded by the long term, and people that do fundamental analysis are blinded by the short term. But if you do both, you have the power of of a short range pistol and a long range weapon. I mean, you're maximizing this. Imagine having an AK-47 on the short range, and you have a sniper on the long range. I mean, we are literally tactically taking care of multiple levels of scoping here. Okay. And I see this comment real quick. We already started printing cash, man. Exactly. I mean, I don't have to basically tell you, this, right? You guys, you see your portfolios. You are the CEO of your portfolios. You see the progress of your own hard work. And I said that this year would be the year of proof of concept. And is it really? Yes. Look at Clove. This is the year of 500%, 5-bagger, baby, right? This is the year of proof of concept. We are here, ladies and gentlemen. We are here, okay? And we are just getting started. We are just getting started, okay? So I'm very happy, I know, watch every video, keep me on my toes. I watch. No, good. Yes. Yeah. And that's the thing, it's hard to put everything in one, you know what I mean? But yeah, there's just a lot going on here. So let's see what's going on with the comments here. Sorry if I missed any of you guys here. Love Carbon L Live. Oh, catching them. Yeah. Carbon dating, right? I'm not that old, right? Al is the best. Happy for you, B-Rob. You hung low, came out proud and strong, felt lonely back in the day. B-Rob was chilling and adding, I did the same. Absolutely. And all of us, hell yeah. I mean, we went through hell. You know what I mean? I mean, holy shit, guys. People were making fun of me. People were making freaking fun of me. I mean, holy shit, man. But it's fine. I mean, I'm the one laughing my way to the bank now. You know what I mean? Where are those haters now? They're not here, right? You're the best, buddy. I cannot thank you enough for your efforts. I can't thank you to be here, right? We have people from all over the world joining this mission. You should see the amount of people purchasing the lifetime access, guys. We have people from all over the world. I need to. So what I'm going to end up doing is I'm going to end up hiring someone, or maybe I can just do it when I have time. I got to figure it out, and I got to basically put a pin on where people purchase in terms of the country. And it's crazy, guys. It is everywhere. We are in every continent. We're in every freaking continent. And I think at this point, we're in every state in the United States, which is insane. Okay. I mean, that's so cool, right? because you guys see the bullshit. You guys see we are making returns that your financial advisor will never tell you about. Okay, and these are not promised returns for the future. These are returns that you do. You work hard. You put in the 60-hour weeks trying to find the next banger of the diamond, and within the scan. We teach how to scan for stocks. We teach how to look for fundamentally sounding companies, and you search the IVCs. We teach all that, right? But the thing is, like, you guys see the progress, and you guys see that there's something better out there, right? I mean, one comment here is just get me to 32 so I can pay student debt and enjoy life a bit. I mean, people are tired, right? People are tired living paycheck to paycheck. People tired, being controlled by, this rat race. I mean, I know doctors that are not happy right now because they're in this rat race, right? They're not even enjoying the beauty of medicine because they just have to work. I mean, this is not a way to live anymore, right? Especially with high prices. I mean, just look at gas prices. I mean, I just had someone tell me, like, dude, I'm a vegetarian and my groceries are expensive as hell now, right? Even vegetarians are feeling it, right? Because, before it was meat's going up, right? All right. So never know drug went to 1 to 46 with zero cash flow. Exactly. Imagine what Clover is going to do. And you know what's crazy? Our stock terminal caught drug, ticker symbol drug, at $1.32. Right? So it shows you that not only do we capture strong companies, we also capture weird companies that day trade. Again, the platform is designed for even crypto investors. It's designed for everybody. Okay, that's the point. Okay, Clover won't do that. Drug had a small market cap only for exactly. So those are easy to go up, and it's hard to exit too, especially with little volume. Okay. So we already, and I think B-Rad Cooley said this. So shout out to you. You're absolutely correct. We already starting to see this exactly. So it's good because RSI cooled from 54 as well. Yeah, absolutely. Respect for you, Gunslinger. You hung and added big time. Hell yeah. What's our next bet? So that's the thing. So here's the thing, Titan. Here's the thing. When it comes to finding penny stock, it is very difficult to find a stock that's worth $40, $50, right? It's just hard to do. Right? They're out there, but we have the platform in which we empower you to be able to find the next penny stock, right? We've proved our software. We proved our point of how we can turn someone from zero to a multimillionaire. It's over 650 videos online. People can see it, and the world can see it for themselves, right? But I practice also a Peter Lynch type investing. And Peter Lynch said, you only need a few stocks to be successful, okay? And this was one of mine, right? Tesla was before, AMD, Enphase, right? This was the first one that's publicly online that is going from zero to banger, right? As you can see here in the percent gain. So for me, I like to hold on to these companies for a long time because you only need one, right? And then I do the IVC, and then I figure out where it's at, and then I milk it to where I remove my shares by getting those covered calls, right? So I get my shares for free, and I let those ride out. And I continue milking them. Then I take that milk and I buy properties with that milk. And then from those properties, there's a recession. Those properties have low interest rates. I pull out a HELOC and then I buy them. So, everyone has their method, right? But I recommend you ask yourself, how can I find the next one? Given over the 650 videos out there, because guess what? There's someone out there right now that are watching all the videos. There's someone out there right now that is using our software and is getting ahead, right? There's someone out working you right now because they know that in order for them to be successful, they have to feed themselves. They have to teach themselves how to fish, right? Because no one is going to care enough so much about you to essentially feed you, right? So you have to feed yourself. And, some people are motivated to do that, and some people just want to be fed, and those folks will never be millionaires because they're just not, being a millionaire starts with the mentality. You have to have a mentality of a millionaire. Okay, so you have to kind of fix the mentality first, right? So I hate to kind of direct to hit you, but this is an educational platform. We're not a financial advisement group, right? Right. So there it is right there. And this is not me starting to be harsh or anything. But again, what's the goal of this platform? If you go to our website, it is to empower retail investors, traders, to win against Wall Street. Okay, it's not to feed you because we don't want you dependent, right? The government wants you dependent. The government wants you to essentially be dependent on that next food stamps meal. Okay, we're trying to break out of that. All right. All right. For folks that don't know what food stamps are, you can just Google them. It's like they give, I was a receiver of food stamps in my lifetime. You understand what I'm saying? And there's something called a poor locking mechanism where if the government will, if you want to better yourself and if you want to make above whatever money you want to make, the government will cut off your help to a point where it's hard for poor people to get to that next level. So they stay poor because it's more comfortable, because they won't have anything to eat if they there's like a there's a lot of research into this, right? And unfortunately, it's almost like people make money off of the poor. If we solve the homeless crisis in America, there'll be a lot of nonprofits out of business and a lot of people that run nonprofits without a purpose. They don't want that to happen. You know what I mean? They want this homeless thing to continue. And this is someone who came from that background, okay? And I've seen it, and it's sad, right? All right. That chart is beautiful. The S curve is coming. Absolutely. Just got some dry powder, but waiting for deposit. Clear, frustrating. Watch CLOV is going go back up before the exactly. So a lot of folks today are like, in fact, I just had one person on the stock terminal say, "God dang it, I really wanted to buy some." You know what I mean? But damn it, it went back up. Yeah, But that's good though, because it shows you that people know the value of it, right? And, the market's getting smarter here. Okay, the market's getting smarter. The poor vegetarians. Fudge the rat race. I've covered my baby girl. She had the club. Exactly. Good. But yeah, I hate this rat race, right? I mean, it's terrible, right? But you know what? That's why we created this thing. I got really pissed off with, with our nonprofit. Everyone's, poor and needing the food. And then all of a sudden interest rates go down, real estate goes up, stocks go up. And here's these people poor. I'm like, no, man, somebody has to show them there's a better way. Anywho, yes, there's that. All right. So let's go on here. So make millions off a CLOV. A penny stock will start at 1,000. Yeah, hit that like button. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, guys, listen. So hitting the like button not only helps the platform, but it also helps people out there see Clover Health, right? So because the thing is, I'm okay. I'm doing great with my life, right? Who cares, about our stock trades? But honestly, though, if you like this, it actually helps people discover the channel so they can start that process of changing their life. Okay. So you hit the like button, not for me, but also for all of the community. I mean, this is, this is literally what it's come to, right? Like the government doesn't want, look at Nancy. Look at Nancy Pelosi's insider trades. They don't teach this. It's gotten to this, man. They don't want you financially free. So if you want others to achieve financial freedom, hit the like. It's literally like this now. This is literally how I see it. Do you see it or no? It's literally like this now. This is no longer a game. This is not a game anymore, right? It's as I get older, maybe it's always been like this, and I was just so naive. But maybe it is probably. It's been. I just realized. I just woke up. I'm a kid, right? I just woke up one day and was like, holy shit, man! They want you poor, right? So definitely help spread this video and message, because I was just at the barbecue today, and barbecue food place, and I saw some truckers, and I was, I respect blue collar workers, so I told them about this, and they immediately were receptive. The way I presented them information, they were like, "Holy shit!" And I didn't tell them about our stock trades. I don't want to sell anything, right? I just want them to see that there's a way to freaking calculate the value of a freaking company, right? They immediately were receptive. We got to help. And I kind of closed off the statement, the exchange with the government does not work for you. All right. The government's not working for you guys. They're working for the billionaires. They don't work for people like us. Okay. So it's up to us to come together. It's literally come to that degree. We have to come together, and we have to teach ourselves this. Each one teach one. And for every person like that, you reach one, you have to teach the other person, right? So it's literally come to that, which is really sad. All right. All right. Good night, my friend. We're about to end it ourselves here. You think there's going to be a pump? Yeah. I don't know. Honestly, it's all about free cash flow and fundamentals, right? So I'm not too sure. A lot of people thought this thing was going to dump, but it started to stabilize. A lot of the zippy people came in thinking they can like make money off of it, right, really quickly. She has a CLOV, SoFi, Palantir in her custodial account in the school for nursing. Hell yeah, absolutely, and more power to her. And hopefully one day we get to meet. Bought 2K during today's video. Thank you. I appreciate you, Nurse Cuban. I appreciate you. All right. They tried to get us to sell today. You said that would happen yesterday. Yeah, exactly. There it is. You see that? There it is. You can backtrack that. You can backtrack. It's a lot, right? So new to investing, but have seen the value you put out in the value of the community with limited funds right now. Would it be better to buy shares or lifetime access if I can only afford one? So, Anthony, that's a really good question. My recommendation is, again, I can't. So here's a problem: is I can't give you financial advice to say where to buy share. You should buy shares, but what I can do is I can phrase it to myself, right? If I was myself right now and funds are low, I would, it depends on, a couple of things. Like if I only had like, it depends, right? I mean, so, cause I can't give financial advice, right? So I'm just going to give advice on myself. Okay. Given how undervalued this is, I would say I would focus, on what I have in front of me, which is, if it's Clover, it's Clover. If it's Palantir, it's Palantir, or, Palantir is pretty much, it's pretty much at its intrinsics, I think, but SoFi, whatever. So I would say, we're always going to be here. Okay. We're not going anywhere. So I would say if it's not the right time to join the community, I would say kind of hold off until you're fine, until you're fundamentally sounding to make this investment in yourself regarding our platform, right? Because here's the thing: the goal is not to let's say, hey, get our platform and just get it right. But at the same time, if you look at kind of what Warren Buffett says, he says the best investment you can make is in yourself. Okay. Because I have someone at the gym I go to, and he said, hey man, I got like $1,000, $2,000. Where should I put it in to be financially free? And I told him, I said, listen, man, um, having $2,000 and trying to be financially free. I mean, let's say you 5x it or 10x. That's not life-changing money. Okay. You need to at least, you need to at least have, $50,000 to $100,000. And if that 5x is okay, yeah, then you start making some life-changing money. But it's hard. Okay. So my recommendation to him was, well, I think you should invest in yourself, invest in books, read books. So in the meantime, I would say, you can look at the books we published, How to Find the Next 10 Bagger, or, the Intelligent Investor book. Read that in the meantime, right? And then later on, you can go in and purchase the lifetime access, right? I can't because I'm not a FINRA or Series approved to give financial advice, and I can't give personal financial advice to tell you, hey, yeah, buy more Clover shares. So you see how I'm limited I am. But I would say, sit down with your wife, with your significant other, family or something, and I would say, talk to ChatGPT too, maybe. I don't know, right? So sit down with someone and just really have kind of a serious conversation, right? And you know what I mean? Because it's tough, you know what I mean? Because again, I've had people, purchase, and and sometimes people don't have the money, and that's so sad. You know what I mean? Like, so I would say just make sure you guys are, set from the Maslow's hierarchy of needs on the bottom side of things. And then because we're always going to be here. The issue is we are increasing prices, obviously incrementally. So there's also that battle. So I know there's a lot of stressors. So that's why I know why you asked the question. So I would say it's tough to answer. If you can only afford one, I wish I was financial advisor so I can tell you, but I think people on here know the answer of what they should do, right? So I guess what I'm going to tell you is, I would say, because I'm not a financial advisor, what I would say is I would say hold off on my platform. Don't buy my platform. I hope that message is clear, right? I'm not a financial advisor. Okay, I cannot give advice, right? But I would say hold off on my platform. I think that's I hope that communicates um the answer. Okay. All right. So yeah, generational wealth, bitches, love, peace. Absolutely. Yeah. Hi from Texas. Yes, yes. Oh yeah. And then somebody's from Canada. Where are we here? From Toronto. Hey, you know what, guys? Check this out. To my Toronto people, Nordic Spa. It's not in Toronto. I mean, I think there is a Toronto, but this one is in Ottawa. Holy shit, guys. This, if you guys want a spa, damn, look at these people. Ooh, I want to be them. Okay, so there's some really nice, there's like this guy, you go in here, and there's this guy who dances, and like he like freaking like spreads this the scent in the air, and holy shit, guys, this thing's so beautiful. Shout out to my Canadian friends who showed me this place when I visited Canada. It was freaking beautiful, guys. Oh my God. This thing is just so relaxing. And it was in the snow. I mean, just look how beautiful this is. I literally imagine all this is filled with snow. It was such a magical place in Canada. The Canadian people, oh, right here, guys. Look at that. I was so scared. I mean, someone from Arizona, butt ass naked, dude. It was really scary, right? Just look how beautiful this is. Look at that. You can have a meal here, and oh yeah. Anywho, don't want to diverge ourselves here, but look at this. Oh, oh my God. All right. So beautiful. All right. Sorry. See what's going on here. Okay. So that chart's beautiful. S curve is coming. Just got some dry powder, but waiting for a deposit to clear. Frustrating to watch Clovis. Oh, I hate that. I used to have that issue. You see, that's why I like Robinhood now, because they got that instant deposit. It's really damn good, dude, for that, right? And I think they just need to clear out to support higher end users like Charles Schwab. Audrey says hello. Let's go. Like the rhyming there. When we make a few meals, go. Yeah, we read this. I'm sorry. Alico's whale learned from Clove Prince. Andrew is the king. He disrupts BlackBerry. Yes. Take down the paywall for the bro, right? So here, listening while on patrol. That's freaking awesome, man. Go catch those bad boys. What you gonna do? That's awesome. That's awesome. We got sheriffs in the house, right? So 2,400 shares. Yeah, hell yeah. Love it or hate it. Clove is a wild ride. Clove mission statement: improve every life. Let's effing go. Let's go it. Just I only see 14 likes. Everyone hit the like button. I've been here since the beginning. I love how we have grown. Yeah, guys. Yeah, definitely hit the like button, right, to help the video spread. Al is legit and honest. Me, Kevin would tell you to buy his product first. And that's the issue with that's the thing I've ran into the problem. So let me kind of be honest with you guys here, okay? I have to admit, it has been very challenging, especially when Clove is going down, and more so to the people. I don't blame you. It has been so challenging to really show intrinsic value working. A lot of people think, what we're talking about is complete baloney. It just wasn't until now people are starting to realize, holy shit, what kind of returns are these? These are some crazy returns. And I don't blame them, because people are like, they have to meet all of these people on YouTube, and, people in 2018, 2019, 2020, 2021. I mean, there's so many people on YouTube, and they were just kind of, they were just, just saying really, they're just people just money hungry, and they just, hurt the reputation of the finance space, I would say, and it really hurt the ability for someone to teach something. It really sucks. I mean, it really caused the work that we do here. Just, I mean, imagine if there wasn't people out there that have took advantage of their subscribers. Um, I think we would have over 100,000 subscribers on our channel, right? It's just hard to to believe until after the fact. They will come in the future. I mean, it just happens, right? In the next 5-10 years, people will come. But by then, this thing would be $35-$40, right? And it's kind of too late for Clover, right? I mean, what are you gonna do? Buy one and then try to double your money? Maybe, you know, if any. So I do have to admit, it's been very difficult because there's always that layer of, is this guy full of shit? And it's a shame for people that are actually trying to help, because like you have to bypass that full of shit security, and now like this little shield people put up online, which is good. I mean, it's always good to have a shield. You don't want to, you know what I mean? But I just hope that, when you go in and you type in you type in my name, you see like, I have a pretty good reputation online, success story and all these things. I mean, I hope that you can, see I care about my reputation, but not just that. I care about you guys. It's really cool that, Barrow and Mayo sponsor the people. It's kind of funny. People, they Google my name and then their ads run on my name. Mayo Clinic top surgeons and Barrow, that's really cool, right? That's their ads run on my name. That's really cool. But it just cares to show you, when you Google my name and these ads pop up, these are top neurosurgery programs in the nation. It just cares to show you how much I value my reputation. But not just that, when I die and I look my creator in the eye, I can say, you think you could have done better as a human, starting from where you started from? I mean, heck, look at Obama, right? I mean, seriously, he could have easily changed the whole. Yeah, I look up to Obama a lot because he changed my life, right? He could easily teach people. He could just create a YouTube channel and just talk, just bring someone who knows more about him, about IVC, and just like teach people this stuff. You know what I mean? It could just change with his like viewership. He can change the world. So many black communities be like, oh man, Obama said this. Let's look into it. Right? Do you know how many people would listen to him? He would change. He would do what I want to do in my lifetime in a week, which is insane. So I'm kind of hurt by our Democratic leaders that have just day traded their way to wealth. So it just I get hurt because I'm a Democrat at heart and a Republican in my mind. I'm trying to be the truest form of an independent, but it kind of hurts. You know what I mean? So overall, I get it for people that are watching. Like, is this guy full of shit? Is this guy just trying to take my money? I'm not, but I get it. It's hard to believe that. But I hope that over time, you see our work, you see what we do, and I hope that my life represents some idea and ideology, and I hope that we change as many people's lives as I can, because ultimately that's what is meaningful, right? Because you can't take nothing with you, but imagine making the lives around you better, both from an academic perspective, from my neurosurgery research, from the clinical perspective, from the MD I'm going to be getting, that's my number one. That's where my heart is. And then now from the finance perspective, helping people being able to be financially free. Right. So it just feels good. And then I can't wait to start going to church again, because it's been a while. You know what I mean? It's been a while since I've been to church. It's just nice to go there and finally go back to God's house and smile and be like, you like what I did? Right. And just kind of check in a little bit and meditate. Anywho, so I get it for folks that just don't trust our platform. I get it. You know what I mean? Hopefully over time you'll start to see all these platforms are charging arm and a leg, right? But we're absorbing the cost, right? The big thing here is we're trying to create a community. That's what I'm trying to create ultimately. I want us to be, hopefully we can get there, one of the largest value investing groups, to where we can start splitting off. We could say, hey, you focus on oil, You go focus on X, Y, and Z. You go, and then we can all come together and have a meeting so we can see if there's any opportunity in the market. You focus on small caps. Find me the most undervalued small caps. Holy moly, right? So we'll get there. You know what I mean? Anything good from the heart is God's proof sent beforehand to indicate that it's yours already. All we have to do is just go out there and go get it, right? Yeah. So there it is. There it is. Those who don't believe are, yeah, we appreciate. I appreciate you too, TW. Go to church, stop swearing, repent. Oh my God, yeah, I know. I swore a lot. I need to go repent. I'm sorry. You're a fucking, you're the bomb. Oh hell yeah, man. I appreciate you. But at the end of the day, I'm still. At the end of the day, I'm just a human, right? At the end of the day, I'm going to be in that same, kind of scary, but 6 feet under, like all, same box, right? You can get a Rolex, a Hublot $50,000 watch, or you can get a cheap 25 cent. I don't know if they make 25-cent watches, but you get the point. It tells the same time. You can be put in $1 million golden, casket or a wooden box. It's still a box. Okay. So at the end of the day, it's what you do with what you have. And the biggest form of happiness is being able to help other souls. Right. So that's kind of what we do. So crypto's tough. I personally don't invest. Mara and Riot is my way of getting into it indirectly because they can have a free cash flow, which I can operate. But I do believe Bitcoin is going to go to $400,000 to $1 million. And that's just not my research. That's just looking at people that I trust in the field. So we have institutional graded data. And this data that we get costs a lot of money. And those people they're multi-billionaires. Okay. And I'm hearing chatter on this Vine that I have with them, this little communication I have with them. And it is suggesting that, crypto is here to stay, specifically Bitcoin. And this thing's going to go to at least 400 to 1 million to potentially $1.5 million. Right. So, yeah, I know it's crazy, but, but will I partake in that? No, because again, I'm not an expert. Right. And I'm like a Warren Buffett type investor. I only hit in my circle and area of competence. Right. I don't try to act like I know what I'm talking about. You know what I mean? I don't know a lot about Bitcoin. Does our platform give AI analysis on Bitcoin? Yes, it does. Do I use it? Not so much, only as talking points, because again, I'm not really directly involved in that, right? But we do have a place for you in our platform if you do like to see, right? Love you, Patrick. Love each and every one of you guys. I'm gonna go hit the gym. Listen, guys, if I haven't been clear enough, I'm just gonna, say it. I care about you guys a lot. I don't have the traditional family sense. I mean, I this is gonna sound too much information, but I don't have the traditional I never grew up with Christmases, with Thanksgivings. I never had any of that, right? I never had I've always wanted a family, right? Which is why I've worked so hard to I'm gonna have a family soon. You know what I mean? I'm gonna have children in the future, right? But just understand that there's been a just huge void in my life. Like you have all this love you want to give, and I never had any of that, right? So, this has really helped with that because now I have this beautiful big community, and I just from a therapy level, kind of dealing with my trauma. I guess that everyone has trauma. This is my trauma. Public about it. It sucks. This has been really nice to have this freaking community here. So it's really nice, I would say, right? So I care about you guys a lot. I mean, I know this platform has helped people become millionaires and everything, but you guys have helped me too. You guys helped me deal with a lot of stuff too. You know what I mean? Because the hardest part about homelessness wasn't so much the homelessness; it was the being alone, especially during the holidays. That was the hardest part. So, anywho, guys, I'm gonna go hit the gym. Yeah, I mean, this is it, guys. Algo flow is going up. We just wait now. They can shake all the retards out. That's fine, right? They let them shake them all out. Who cares, right? Because we know where we're going, right? So there it is, right? Thank you, my brother. Thank you. Good night. Good night. Children are more difficult than following CLOV, by the way. Oh, I heard that. I don't know the dangers of children, and I may not make a lot of videos in the future. I heard the lack of sleep was coming for me, but I heard that you will be able to enjoy the children after 7 months. So I think the first 6 months is hell, but I can't wait to go through the motions. My dream, I don't know, you guys can relate, but is to have a nice living room with beautiful TV and Christmas tree on the side, dogs on the floor. We're on the floor with my child, and we're just watching a movie together. It's just that's nice. It's the small things, guys. Honestly, you know what I mean. It's the small things, right? All right, guys. Love you all. I'll see you on the next one. And let's just continue doing what we're doing. We're on the right track, guys. We're on the right track. Now we just want to watch our investment grow. That's it. Enjoy.